All right. We made it.
Good morning.
We're live. Do you see what I got today?
Yes, thank you.
I left the house specifically to go. I'm like, if I'm not drinking Tim Hortons when I have this guest on today.
Thank you for shopping local.
Mm-hmm. Always. Well, we're just going to give people, this is what I call the stall part of the show, Kevin, where we wait for people to come and join us. So this is where we
Sure.
just sit and drink coffee.
Okay, so I'll just have some coffee here. Now, I am at home, so I don't have my mask on to do this interview for you. And I have the original, like, China mug. We can't serve that right now. So I got my own little restaurant right here with my small cookie, paraphernalia in the background. So, yeah.
Creating your own experience.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think it would be you probably would, I don't know if you'd be honest in answering this question, but while we wait for people, like, do you actually love coffee? Are you a coffee
Yes.
drinker?
Yes. And the story on that is, I could go forever, but the original story was when we first bought the restaurant 10 years ago. All I paid myself was coffee.
Yeah, that's it.
Like, no money. We didn't take any money. We just worked in the restaurant every day. And I said, as long as I got my coffee, I'm good, So I would have coffee in the morning before I even went to work, Tim Hortons coffee, coffee when I got there, and coffee till I went to bed, basically. So I didn't stop. So, and when I travel, which I don't travel, but when we used to, I always had to have Tim Hortons coffee with me. So before there were Tassimo and Keurig and all those things, there were little brewers that you could get. So I would pack a brewer with me and brew coffee anywhere I went. So
that's really dedicated. Like, you are hardcore Timmy's
I don't mess around. I remember we'd go on somewhere, I'd phone them and they'd say, what kind of coffee maker do you have in your room? So I knew what kind of coffee to bring with me in my suitcase. Yeah.
Oh my God. I love that.
Yeah,
so
I don't mess around.
It was destined in your genetics to own Tim Hortons at
it's
some
one of the
point
perks
in your
of the
life.
job. I love it. I can get just fresh coffee all the time. I never get to really finish a cup, when I'm working, but I can always get it fresh because it's 20 minutes fresh. So yeah, it's awesome.
Every 20 minutes, you can just have a new cup.
Yeah. So, I mean, before I knew Tim Hortons, I didn't know coffee should be 20 minutes fresh and should be brewed a certain way and use a certain filter and have different types of water filtration systems. And I didn't know any of that. I would just grab coffee, I remember, and just drink it out of a pot, right? When you work somewhere. So, yeah, not anymore. Now it's I got my standards now.
Well, I love that. And I appreciate you joining us today. So as people are logging in to join us for coffee on this Monday morning, I say welcome to Kevin Generoux. His wife, Kim, is in the background, and they are the owners of the Tim Hortons locations in High River, Alberta, Canada. And it's a big week this week with Tim Hortons across the country because it is Smile Cookie Week. Right? Best week ever.
Need I say more?
We're a little glitchy. No, end scene. It's over.
How am I doing?
I feel
Uh-oh, we are glitching.
like we're a little bit glitchy at the moment. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just a little bit. Yeah, there's a few breaks there. Can you hear me all right?
Are you okay? Did I lose you?
I'm good. I can still hear you. Sorry.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I think you came back to me. Of the two. Okay. Okay. And I can hear you. It's exciting. Okay. So before we went super glitchy, I was saying it's a big week at Tim Hortons across the country because it is Smile Cookie Week this week. And a huge week for family, and I think such a fun week. Would it be one of your favorites?
Yes, it is definitely. We have our
Okay.
camp day, and then we have our Smile Cookie Week. And this goes all week. Where camp day is just one day. We do build up to it, but camp day is just the one day. Where Smile Cookie we build up for the whole week. So everywhere at all the restaurants right now, everyone is donating their time to decorate Smile Cookies.
Which you guys make it look easy, but I have spent some time making the smile cookies with your team in the past, and uh, it's not as easy as it looks. Like sometimes the icing gets a little stiff, and you got to use like some serious muscle to get the smile out of the icing bag.
Yes, you do. We're testing new icing this week across the country. That's a little bit easier on our hands.
Yeah.
So it's our first time for that. The cookies is another thing. So if you are getting, we're getting orders for, like you said, single cookies, dozen cookies, 100 cookies. They're all $1 because all the proceeds go to charity. So every cookie that you buy, we as owners across the country donate the cookies, and our staff
Oh,
essentially donate their time because we don't make anything off of this. This isn't for any kind of profit. It's all done for charity. So in the Calgary, we're part of the Calgary GTA, I guess, or the CTA. I don't know what you say, I guess. The greater Calgary area, all the owners have decided for the last number of years now to pool all their money and donate it to the neonatal center in Calgary. So last
okay.
year, I think we raised $250,000. Yeah.
That's unreal. And I'm not sure people realize that the Tim Hortons owners donate the cookies. Like
Yeah.
that's big.
Yeah. So anytime Tim Hortons does anything for charity, so you're going to see. I'm just trying to remember. The last donut was the Nova Scotia one, I think. So you'll
Yeah.
see featured donuts when we have a featured donut that is relevant to something that's happening in society where money needs to be raised. And in a generous way, what we'll do is we'll create a product, have it on our till as a separate button, and that money is just taken right from us and donated right to the charity. So it goes right from the guest to us to the charity. So it's another way for our guests to donate. So Smile Cookie is definitely the one that started it all. It started in Hamilton. One of the owners tried to put a smile on kids' face, and tried to raise money to help children in Hamilton at the hospital there, and it just grew from there. And that's same with Timbits hockey, Timbits soccer, Timbits sports. It's all driven locally by owners, and then Tim Hortons goes, "Hey, let's try to get this across the country, and let's do it everywhere." And that's pretty much how everything works with Tim Hortons, where it's all locally owner driven, and then all of us as owners, we jump on and all row together and try to raise money. So
Well,
it's
and I think
exciting.
that's the really cool thing about the Tim Hortons franchise is that, I mean, ultimately we know this is a huge franchise company across the country, but what's really cool is local owners like you and Kim
Hmm.
step up to the plate and support community in a number of ways. And we'll talk a little bit more. We're going to share some smile cookie stories, but I just wanted to take a moment because someone commented, giving a big thank you to you and your team for being a part of an event in High River yesterday. They did a beautiful reconciliation event with some local indigenous people. The morning was it was fantastic, and we know that you guys were a big supporter of that. So it's so cool how you dive into community and make it a local business, even though it's a franchise, if that makes any sense at all. But it just a huge thank you to you guys.
Yeah, no, I could jump in there because I remember when we took over, when we bought the restaurant 10 years ago. There's Calgary, there's Edmonton, Vancouver, Toronto. but there's High River. And we're like, oh my God, we are so excited to get to a small community where we can be basically in charge of our own destiny when we get involved in the community. When you're in a bigger center, you're part of a larger group. But in High River, it's just Kim and Kevin, Tim Hortons. Like, and our company name is Kimbit. So we're about having fun. We're about doing things right. We're about executing as best we can and making it right for our guests. But we're also about giving back. Like, that's more important to us than anything. When we hear stories for even a small donation, coffee and donuts to a charity, and the thanks that we get just makes my heart grow 10 times. Like, I just love it. And like you said, we were part of the reconciliation celebration, um, and just a small part. And we just do our small part in the community. We're not doing anything huge, but we like to be able to give back to the community, and we like to support the community. We have a lot of regular customers that are involved in a lot of volunteer activities. So they just approach me at the drive-through and they have ideas, and we work on solutions to help them either raise money for their charity or give back in some way, in some small way. So Smile Cookie is a national way for people to really get to know Tim Hortons. Maybe if they don't know that all the owners across Canada do these type of programs. But this is a way for say, hey, wow, 100% of the proceeds are going. And I think last year we raised, I'm going to say $5,000 or $5,000 in High River, which is okay. There's 13,000, 13,000 people. So pretty much almost everybody had a cookie. And our goal is always to beat the goal last year. So it's just it's exciting. When we get to the restaurant, I had to do it here because if I did it in the restaurant, you know what it's like. It's chaos. I can't stop moving. We gotta get the cookies out there. We're searching for large orders. So if people want to place a large order for Smile Cookies, they just call the restaurant, and we'll get them ready. What we have is businesses will buy them and then bring them for their staff, or they'll deliver them somewhere else, like as a pay it forward. So it just goes crazy. Yeah. So
I love that about it.
Mm-hmm.
And think for a moment too, when you say that you raised like $5,000, each cookie is $1. So that's really 5,000 cookies. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And we've done that for the last 10 years. So you're talking like $50,000, $60,000 that High River has donated to neonatal care. And just to go into context, I mean, we were at a few meetings there, and a bed could be $40,000, a piece of machinery could be $100,000. So it's expensive. So our money directly goes right into that center, and we actually see what's being purchased. We work directly with the directors there at the hospital, so we know exactly our money is going to, whether it's a waiting room chairs for families or whatever. We're involved in that, on where the money is spent. And when we write the check, and we bring the big check, but we actually hand them a check for $250,000, $260,000, and we as a group have a director that's make sure that money is spent on Neil Center in Calgary. So it's super exciting to know that you're helping premature babies, when they're born, have a chance for life.
Yeah. And in past years, Kevin, you and I think we've worked together almost on all 10 of your Smile Cookie weeks every year for the past 10 years in some sort of capacity. Now, my roles changed a little bit, but I'm hoping next year we'll be able to be back in the restaurant and sharing stories. And I mean, some of them over the past years, Kevin, that we've had people come in and share their stories with us back when I was on the radio, or now being online, of just how the neonatal center has helped their families. And we've got to hear countless numbers of stories of people from right in High River to across the country that have benefited from this care. And we've seen pictures of the little babies to meeting them as they've grown up over the past 10 years and seeing these kids flourish. And that feels so cool.
Yeah, I remember, when you do the interviews in the restaurant, before, and people would bring in a picture frame, you know, of the clothes, like the little boots
Yeah.
and the little pants and the
Little.
little shirt that they used to wear.
Yeah.
And it was like, wow. And the baby or the child would be there in the dining room. They just, these were the clothes that they wore when they were born. And
Yeah.
it's, I mean, you can't put it into words. I mean, you know, you go back to sort of the original, you know, Ron Joyce was our owner. Hey, he used to tell us it's hard work and, you know, there's a lot of hours involved, but it's just coffee and donuts. So we're
Yeah.
just doing we're just doing the smile cookies, right? We're just
Yeah.
doing the easy part, and the money and the families and the hospital are doing all the legwork. They're doing all the hard work, but we just see as a group of owners and in the community, people in general just see that, hey, this is something that's a good cause that we should be helping, and we can do it in a fun way. So that's kind of the Tim Hortons way.
Yeah. Remember the year when I feel like we were slammed and I was just making smile after smile after smile on the cookies. And then that one guy came in and he ordered 100 cookies on the spot. And
Yeah.
you and I were like, we're going to need more icing.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah. So
was so,
I'm hoping for more of those events to happen over the next
yeah,
week. We have the whole week, and the thing, because it's a week long, people just become so used to it that
yeah,
they expect smile cookie all the time. So people have to know that it's only this week, that you need to get your cookies, tell all your friends, tell a whole bunch, kind of thing, and get to the restaurant, place your orders, order ahead. You know, we always have them available. But
yeah.
if you have a large order, if you have an idea to create a large order, I would recommend that if customers want to help us that way, definitely go ahead and do that, please. The phones are being manned right now.
call, call now. Now
Call now.
is ordering in advance new? Because I don't remember that being an option before.
It's always been there, but it's never been promoted. You know, we've always
Right.
we're trying to figure out ways to grow it, and I think
Make it bigger.
in make it bigger. So there are some communities before COVID that would have, and we were talking about this with the chamber and with other groups, where we would just like, and you guys as well, we would all just come to the restaurant and just, you know, promote it like heck, build cookies all in the restaurant, and then have a bunch of pre-sales and sell them all off. So
Yeah.
there are some smaller communities like in northern Alberta, they've raised up to $10,000-$20,000, and a lot of that is through pre-orders and donations, where people, large businesses, will contribute that way. So I've seen it done in other communities. It's rare, but I want to be like them when I grow up.
Yeah, totally. Well, I feel like we're in a building year this year, Kevin, but
Yeah,
my wheels are turning
yeah,
already for next year's because I'm hoping we'll have a little bit more freedom in what that looks like. But I know even in COVID, we were sort of in a bigger piece of it, or so it felt last year at this time. But
hmm
I know that one of the things that my son and I do, because we're both big fans of Smile Cookie Week, is we'll order extras and we'll drop them off to different people. Or I sent an extra box of
sure,
Smile Cookies to the school. And there's still ways to safely, beautifully do that through this time. You can box them up, you can bag them up, and I hope people will still pay those forwards. Because I don't know about you, but like getting a cookie anytime is a joy. But when you pull that cookie out of the bag and it's smiling at you, it
yeah,
feels so good.
yeah, absolutely. So yeah,
And they're delicious.
and they're delicious. It's our same chocolate chunk cookie. We're just adding a smile. Okay, so it makes it that much better, right? So
Well, I think the smile makes it taste better. I'm not gonna lie.
it does. It got the icing on there. You don't normally get that icing, so this is your only
No.
chance. If you want a little bit extra on that cookie, that's what you want to do. Like, I was just going to jump in, and one other thing I forgot to mention is Shane, who's one of our bakers at the restaurant. And you'd think a baker would, you know, hate smile cookie, right? Because it just
Yeah.
adds. You're making hundreds and hundreds a day,
More
right? So
cookies.
he loves smile cookie. He has had two children go to the neonatal center, and he's our champion. So anytime
Yeah.
smile cookie comes up, like a month before, he's like,
Oh my
you know,
gosh.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do this. How can we make it bigger? And I'm like, this year, with, like you said, we're in kind of a slack year, you know, with COVID, we're in between, but he really wants to ramp it up. And then, and like you said, next year we want to be able to do more, if we can, and get more people involved. definitely. In Claresholm, in a restaurant there, we donate to the Foothills Family Services Center there, and they have tons of volunteers, but we can't really utilize them, and
Yeah.
we can't really get them in the restaurant to decorate cookies and go crazy. But we have so much energy inside us right now that wants to explode. I think all of us do with COVID, that we're right almost at the finish line, but we don't want to get carried away yet. So we don't want to be the one that blows it,
Yeah.
and we operate at a very high standard from a health and safety standpoint. So we're just going to wait probably till next year, but we can still do it. We did it last year. I think we raised more money last year than we did the year before in 2019. So
Yeah.
there's more giving going on right now. There's more people giving back right now, I think. I think it's just getting the word out there that Smile Cookie is for sale, and making sure Kevin is in there making enough cookies for people to buy. And
Yeah.
I have enough ordered and all of that good stuff. So we've done all our math on that, but it's exciting. We
Yeah.
want to be ready, and we want to have it available. So the first day, there's always some kind of hiccup. So if you
Yeah.
don't get it at the exact moment, I'm sure you did, but we will be ready, and we'll be ramped up. So it's exciting. We're excited for it.
I bought a whole box today already, so
There you
I'm on
go.
it. I
Yeah.
buy them
So
every single morning. Somebody gets Smile Cookies in my life for this week. And I don't know if you know this, but since my son knew what Smile Cookie Week was, he counts down to this week every single year. Like, it's a big deal in our home. We celebrate Smile Cookie Weeks like Christmas, and it's just become this tradition. And Dina just shares um, that they had Smile Cookies for breakfast after their eggs this morning. So this is the perfect on the way to school thing every day this week.
it's a balanced meal. It's got everything,
Yeah.
especially for Monday. If you need that little extra boost and you want to put an extra smile on anyone's face, Smile Cookie will do it.
Smile Cookie. So here's what I'm thinking. So lots of times on Virtual Coffee Club, we have a little bit of a challenge or a contest. So I want to throw out the challenge. Now, this will unfortunately be only to our Canadian viewers this week. And sorry, American and international friends, you have to be so jealous of Smile Cookie Week. I wish we could mail them to you. But I'm going to challenge people this week that if you pay it forward, I want you to take a picture either of your Smile Cookies or you with a Smile Cookie, and you're going to send it, you're going to post it to Virtual Coffee Club, and you will all be entered to win a Tim Hortons gift card that we will send to you. So wherever you are in Canada, you can enter this challenge and be a part of it, and we're going to see how many. But especially, I'm going to extra challenge our viewers in High River, because maybe you'll get a little something extra, just because Kevin
And
and
if
I
you're
are on
not
the
from
same.
High River, come on down to High River. It's a beautiful community. We have an awesome town here. We have a beautiful downtown. And just so you know, we have 2 Tim Hortons in High River. We have 1 on either side. So when you first enter our community, if you need directions, you need help with anything, just ask any of our staff. We'll help you. And then go on through the rest of High River and see our beautiful community. We love High River.
Yeah, it's so, we all do. And so it's exciting. And Smile Cookie Week is just so much fun. I mean, look how excited we are. And we're stuck at home.
I can't wait. I'll be there soon. I'll be masked up. I'll be sanitized and gloved up, and I'll be ready to
Yeah.
go. I was looking this morning. I saw something on our camera there where I saw this one there. So there's like production of Smile Cookies there, like in the restaurant. So there's like probably 80 right there. So there,
You're ready.
it's a constant assembly line of cookies. We want to make sure that they're fresh and they're ready to go. And everyone gets involved. Like, all of the staff know before we get to Smile Cookies, said, hey, everybody here, we are basically going to work the same as we normally do, but we're also going to make Smile Cookies, and we're all going to do it for the kids, right? We're doing it for the neonatal center, and everyone is absolutely pumped. Like, they are ready to go, and everyone is ready to pitch in and do whatever it takes to make Smile Cookie a successful week.
Well, I think what's fun is with the cookies being only $1, it's really easy. If you've got $5, you could probably find $5 in your couch right now. That's 5 cookies. So you could either pay it forward to 5 people or leave a box of cookies I don't know. I like to buy them in 6, but it sounds weird to say $6. But you know what I'm saying. This is like a box of 6 cookies right here. Well, now it's only 5 because you saw me eat one. But
Right.
drop it on somebody's doorstep. Do a little connection surprise to somebody in your neighborhood, someone in your world. Leave them some cookies with a little note. Just wanted to bring you a smile today, and let's pay it forward. Let's have some fun with this.
Yeah, like all you have to do is give me $1 and I will give you a cookie. And I will take that $1 you gave me and I will give it to the neonatal center on your behalf. That's all you need to do. So you don't have to really change anything in your routine. You just come to Tim Hortons, get your usual and get your cookie, and I'll give that money to charity, and I'll give you the total at the end of the week, and we'll see if we can beat last year. So there you go.
All right. It sounds good. Okay, so it goes all the way till Sunday, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All the way up to so maybe next Monday we're going to check in with you again and see how much money you raised.
Yes,
does that
please.
work?
I'm excited.
Okay.
We look at it every hour, every day. We check our numbers and we share with the staff, and we look at what we're doing and see how we can do better. Definitely.
All right. Well, if you want to know what's happening in High River also, follow along. They do have Facebook and Instagram, so you can keep up with all the fun that's happening in the store. And Kevin, we will have you and Kim back on Monday of next week, and we're going to see how we did with Smile Cookie Week. Sound good?
I'm excited. Bring it on.
All right. Well, you have an awesome day. Cheers to you. Have a fabulous cookie week. And I look forward to seeing everybody's smile cookie pictures to be entered to win a Tim Hortons gift card. So have a great smile cookie week, everybody. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Bye, friends.
Bye, everyone. Have a good day.